Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Harris and Ava say goodbye. Harris entered his and Ava's room, and Ava awkwardly saluted him. She started to apologize for the way they had left effects during the hunt for Clyde, but he stopped her. Harris understood that Ava had believed she would have no other choice in dealing with Clyde. He informed her that he'd be leaving city again, however, not because of Ava, but because of Hope. Harris clarified that he'd set up a lead on Megan Hathaway and demanded to pursue it. He'd formerly told Rafe that he'd be taking an indefinite leave of absence from the force. Harris admitted how strong his passions for Ava were. While he wanted to work on their relationship, he couldn't commit to it until he set up Megan. He did not anticipate Ava to stay for him. A tearful Ava asked if it was farewell. Harris did not answer, so she wrapped her arms around him and kissed him. Latterly, the couple quietly snuggled and kissed in bed. After they had finished making love, Harris gathered the rest of his things in his wallet and prepared to leave. He wiped down Ava's gashes and embraced her. Ava said she did not believe in long farewells, but she wanted one last moment. Ava gentled Harris's face and kissed him again. They both grew emotional as he parted from her and made his way to the door. They participated a final wistful look before Harris left. At the Salem Inn, Tate and Holly sat on the bed and kissed. Teresa and Brady burst through the door, and Teresa blat, "I knew it." The teens jumped from the bed, and a startled Tate asked what his parents were doing there. Teresa turned the question around and demanded to know why Tate and Holly had ditched their dates and ended up in the room together. Teresa let Holly know that she had been watching Holly and had seen Holly scurry down shortly after Tate had left the cotillion. Tate and Holly protested that nothing had happened between them. They had only wanted to spend time together, since their parents had interdicted them from attending hop together or indeed seeing each other. Teresa was unmoved and asked how long the teens had been lying to them. Tate and Holly confessed that they had been seeing each other intimately. Teresa began to affront Holly, which infuriated Tate. He defended Holly and reviled against his parents for overreacting and treating him and Holly like culprits. Brady reminded his son that Tate had broken their trust. Teresa claimed she'd take Holly home. Tate conceded after Brady affirmed that Teresa and he'd not be leaving the teens alone together again. At Marlena and John's place, Eric joked with Marlena about the subjects he'd supposed out limits. He assured his mama that he was doing okay and was handling his pain. Eric asked about John, and Marlena said that John was on his own hunt to make amends with his history. Mother and son participated a piece of cutlet from Sweet Bits, which urged Marlena to lament how important she was going to miss Johnny and Chanel when they left for Los Angeles. Eric smoothly suggested that he'd get Chanel to shoot overnight deliveries of her galettes for Marlena. Eric and Marlena were intruded when Tate stormed through the door, followed nearly before by Brady. Before Marlena could ask Tate about Hop, he launched into a rant about his father and mama ruining the night. Tate ended his update of the night's events by recapitulating how Brady and Teresa had slogged into the hostel room like a SWAT platoon. Brady defended Teresa and wanted his son to flash back that he'd prevaricated to both of them. Tate asked for backup from Marlena and Eric. Marlena believed that if Tate wanted his parents to accept his and Holly's relationship, he demanded to be honest with them. Eric, still eating his cutlet, agreed it was a complicated situation that he should stay out of. Brady told Tate they would talk about it the coming day. At the Demerrimance, E.J. and Nicole gagged about their choice of ice cream flavors. Nicole reprimanded E.J. for turning down a bite of her materialist cookie dough cake. Their talk turned to Jude, and Nicole jokingly asked E.J. if he was formerly preparing a briefcase for their son so that the boy could follow in his father's steps. E.J. grew serious and said he'd commodity he demanded to confess to Nicole. Admitted he'd seen Nicole and Eric kiss on the night she had come home drunk. Nicole was sorry and wondered why J. had not told her ahead. He admitted his fears that Nicole would leave him one day. Nicole tried to assure J. That he'd nothing to worry about because she loved him and was committed to their family. Nicole pulled out her phone to look for Hop Filmland Holly might have posted. ASE.J promised that Holly was likely having a good time. Teresa came through the door with Holly and Hitch. Nicole was surprised that Holly was home, and Teresa wasted no time in letting her know why Holly had made an early appearance. Nicole asked a shamefaced-looking Holly if Teresa's allegations were true, and Holly confessed that she had been with Tate. When Nicole told Holly they would speak about it alone, an outraged Teresa attacked Nicole for going too easy on her tardy son. Teresa claimed the entire incident was Nicole's fault, and Nicole angrily demanded that Teresa get out of her house. Just also, Jude began crying. Nicole settled Jude after Teresa had left. Holly apologized for waking the boy but claimed her conduct had not been as bad as Teresa had made them out to be. Nicole asked Holly if she had ditched her Hop date to be with Tate. Holly admitted she had, but since her date had wanted to be with Tate's date, she believed effects had worked out for the stylish. Holly also believed that Nicole should have understood what it was like to love someone that everyone believed was bad for her. Nicole said they should call it a night, so Holly went upstairs. Nicole suffed, Andy.J assured her Dottie.J had a stricken expression as he peered at Jude over Nicole's shoulder. Upstairs, Holly texted with Tate. They verified they were both okay and expressed that they missed each other. Tate apologized for what had happened. Holly texted back, "Do not be. Indeed, with all the drama, you gave me the perfect Hop." Tate returned the sentiment, texting, "No matter what happens coming, we'll always have tonight." Holly smiled at the communication. Outside the cantina, Eric looked on longingly when a woman passed by with a baby stroller. At the Kiriaki's manse, Alex talked to Victor's portrayal. As he held the engagement ring box, Alex confessed his passions for Teresa. While he knew that Victor would not authorize of Teresa, Alex did believe that Victor would have wanted him to be happy. Maggie entered the room and asked what Alex was agitating with his father. Alex admitted he liked talking with Victor because Victor was a good listener. Maggie smiled and said she understood. Alex asked Maggie how she was doing, and Maggie said she was holding up. Alex still could not believe that Victor's killer had been living under their roof. Maggie took the blame for being deceived, but Alex contended that Maggie had learned the verity and had cooked a plan to make Constantine pay. Alex was hurt that Maggie had not included him in the plan. Maggie said she had not told Alex because their relationship was still in a fragile state. He agreed with Maggie that they'd had problems both professionally and tête-à-tête. They were family, still, and would always be connected through Victor. Alex flashed back Maggie's words about recognizing Victor's heritage and making him proud. After Alex suggested they bury the hatchet, Maggie declared they formerly had, and she hugged Alex. Maggie asked about Teresa and noted how close she and Alex had gotten. Alex said he was beginning to figure out what and who he wanted. Maggie expressed her warm passions for Teresa, and Alex assured her that Teresa felt the same way. Maggie was auspicious that Teresa was turning a corner. Latterly, Alex saluted Teresa, who raged about the incident with Tate and Holly. After she calmed down, Alex said there was commodity he wanted to ask her. He pulled out the ring box, and Teresa heaved. Alex reminded Teresa that the last time she would seen the box, she had anticipated commodity. Teresa started to tell Alex it was each right, but he intruded her. Alex opened up about how confused he'd been regarding everything in his life since he would discovered Victor was his father. Teresa asked him if he'd begun to sort it out, and Alex verified he'd as he opened the ring box. "Are you asking what I suppose you are asking?" Teresa questioned. Alex said that while they were not at the Eiffel Tower or on a hot air balloon, he'd realized how important Teresa meant to him. He wanted Teresa to know how important she meant.